I'm Officer Shellabarger with Pullman Police Department. The reason for the stop today is, well, first of all, you pulled completely over into the opposite lane of traffic, turn lane, to make this turn. And then you're driving on a complete flat tire.
I thought so because I had a...
So, why are you handing me your master's card? Your MasterCard. Okay. Do you have your license, registration, insurance? Is there a reason why you have an open container in the back?
I have an open container?
Pullman 461, can I get a second?
I didn't know I did.
So Hansen, what's your Pullman address? Is there an apartment? What's a good phone number for you? So do you have a current insurance?
Is that one not on?
No, these are all expired. Here's that back for you.
I can call my dad. He has the right one. He's calling me right now.
So be honest with me, how much have you had to drink tonight?
I had one drink.
You had one drink?
Yes.
What was that?
When was that?
Yeah.
An hour ago.
An hour ago?
Yep.
And what was it?
It was a wine.
It was a wine?
Yep.
Okay. Is there a reason why you're driving on a completely flat tire?
I didn't know it was flat.
Okay. Did you also know that you were turning into the opposite lane of traffic?
I was coming up here.
Okay. Do you have that insurance, that new one? Are you able to get that for me?
I think my dad's sleeping, but I...
Okay. All right. What are you doing right now?
I think I might have them.
Might have what? Your insurance card?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and grab that. All right, while you do that, I'll be right back with you, okay? So I see her, she's driving on Stadium Way, going this way, and her left front tire is completely flat. And then she pulls into the opposite lane of traffic, this turn lane that takes a left. She pulls into that lane, and she just drives in that lane all the way over here. Are you able to run her through SFSDs?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll explain later why. She's still trying to find her insurance.
You don't have to worry about your insurance. Sorry. Can you come talk to me outside one?
We'll just go over here on the sidewalk. How old are you? All right. So, like Officer Shellabarger, was kind of concerned about your driving. You're driving on a flat tire. Okay. When you got out of the car, you're having a little bit of balance issues, so it's kind of why we think you've been drinking tonight. How much have you had to drink?
I just had two like cups of wine, like the big ones.
Oh, okay. All right. What kind of wine was it?
Wine, it was Chardonnay.
All right, sure. All right. Is that your go-to wine? All right. Would you be willing to do some voluntary field sobriety tests? Okay. Before we get started, do you have any physical impairments that prevent you from walking or standing on a leg or anything like that?
I
No? Okay. Do you have any contacts? Do you wear contacts?
I wear.
Are they in right now? Okay. Are they soft so you can squish them? Okay, perfect. All right. So, if you just stand with your heels and toes together, perfect. Okay. During these tests, what I'll be doing is evaluating on how well you follow my instruction, as well as how well you perform the tests. Okay. Just because you're much taller than I am, can we swap places? You can look up at me. I can see you a little bit better. Perfect. I know, I'm vertically challenged. You see where I'm tapping the pen? I want you to follow that with your eyes, but make sure you don't move your head, okay? Do you understand? We're going to do a bunch of passes, so just follow it. That's alright. You're okay. I just want you to try your best. I'm not trying to trick you up or anything. Just try your best. Make sure you keep your head still though. Almost done with this part. Someone's doing donuts. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to go up this time. So if you mind just tilting your chin down just a little bit. Just a little. Perfect, right there. I'm going to go high. I know you can't follow it all the way. Just go as high as you can. Okay. So, we don't have a great flat area, but we'll use kind of this straight area. Let's see. It's a little bit flatter in here. Let's go up in here. Alright, if you want to stand right on the dot of my flashlight, perfect. The next test is called the walk and turn test. So as I'm demonstrating, I'm going to get you to what's called a starting position. What I want you to do is imagine that there's a straight line out in front. Take your left foot and place it on that line. Go ahead and do that. Okay. Take your right foot, heel to toe in front of your left. So they're in a nice line. Perfect. Oh, close. There you go. Put your arms at your side and remain in that position. Okay? So when I tell you to begin, you're going to take a series of 9 heel-to-toe steps down that line. Okay? You're going to look down at your feet. You're going to touch heel to toe. You're going to count your steps out loud while keeping your arms at your side. It's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, all the way to 9. I only took 3 to demonstrate, but you'll take 9. Simulate this as your 9th step. Leave your lead foot planted, and with your rear foot, take a series of small steps until you return on the line you came from, and take 9 heel-toe steps back. 1, 2, 3. Again, all the way to 9. Perfect. So, hold on just a second. During the test, it is important that you look down at your feet, you touch heel to toe, you count your steps out loud while keeping your arms at your side, and you don't stop the test until you've completed it, okay? Alright, hold on just a second. I gotta get my notepad out, okay? Alright, just give me half a second. Okay, so let's get that left foot on that line, right foot in front of the left, arms at your side, and you may begin. Okay, so the next test is called the one-leg stand. So during that, as I'm explaining it, if you just stand with your heels and toes together, just like I have here, put your arms at your side, and remain in that position, okay? So when I tell you to begin, you're going to raise either one of your legs, whichever you feel most comfortable with. You're going to raise it 6 inches off the ground. You're going to point your toe so the sole of your foot is parallel with the ground. While keeping your legs straight and your arms at your side, you're going to look down at your foot, and you're going to count out loud in this method, or this manner. 1001, 1002, 1003, and so on until I instruct you to stop. Any questions about that one? What leg are you going to raise?
Right leg.
Alright, you may begin. Are you done with that one? Okay. No problem. The last test I have for you is the PBT. I have one. It's the preliminary breath test. Does not replace the evidentiary breath test. Like all the tests, it is voluntary. Have you ever done one before? Ever seen on a TV show like Cops? Alright, so it's just a little machine. You just blow through for 5 seconds. Are you a student at WSU? What are you studying?
Kinesiology.
Oh, alright. What do you want to do with that?
Physical therapy.
Right on. That's a great field to go into. Do you want to do just the normal physical therapy or the sports side of it?
Normal.
Normal, yeah. We get a lot of people that want to do sports. Have you had anything to eat or drink the last 15 minutes? Okay. What I need you to do is take a really deep breath in and blow out hard. Blow, 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 blow. Keep going. You're almost there. All right. So it'll just give us a reading here. We'll review it together. So 0.212. Do you know what the legal limit is?
0.08.
Yeah. So that's getting
Way over.
upwards of like 3 times the legal limit. Okay? Alright. Stand right there for just 1 second. Did you just want me to do the fields or?
Referring to 2.12. Do you want me to take the thing after this?
0.212.
0.2. Sorry.
Point. She'd be dead if she was a
Yeah,
2.1.
sorry.
Did you want me to just do the fields or do you want me to do the processing and everything?
Yeah, I can't do the process.
Okay. Alright. So, at this time you are under arrest for DUI. Yeah. Far too intoxicated. We'll let you know that you're being audio video recorded. Today is September 9th, 2023. It is 3:17 hours in the morning. Oh yeah, your fancy ones. Alright, we're just going to take a couple steps over here. Okay. Does your rear cameras work?
Yes, they do.
Okay, mine don't in my car, so I'll have to have you transport. Alright, if you just step right here towards this rear tire, perfect. Can you separate your feet wider than your shoulders? I know you have yoga pants on, so I don't have to really search for anything. I did notice you had something in your pocket on your right side. Is that your cell phone?
Yeah.
Okay. Should there be anything else in your pockets?
I don't think so.
Okay, while I'm searching it, I'm going to be using the back of my hand, okay? Alright. There'll be no surprises. I'm going to tell you everything that I'm going to do. Okay, I'm just going to make sure that this is the only thing in there, and they'll go right back in your pocket. Perfect. Do you have anything in your bra line?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Are you wearing a bra right now?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So there's nothing sharp in there or anything? Okay. So I have to check. And again, I'm going to use the back of my hand while I'm doing that, okay? Okay. Because the car is not legally parked, we have two options. If you'll have a seat here, I'll explain those options for you.
Right here?
Yep. Perfect. Option one is you can allow an officer to park your car. We probably
Can I
just...
do that?
Well, you're too drunk to do that.
No, not me. But can I have somebody
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, the other thing would be towing. Because you have your phone, is there anything else you need out of the car? Okay. We'll have Officer Shellabarger park your car. We'll lock it up. The keys will go with us down to the station. I am going to, because you're under arrest, I have to advise you of your rights. Okay. So you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in the court of law. You have the right this time to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford a hired lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights. Excuse me. I'll try that one again. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights, not answer my questions, or make any statements. You understand those rights I explained to you? Okay. From here, we'll get your car parked. We're going to go down to the station. There's some paperwork that we're going to review together, and it'll explain the whole process from there. Okay? Was there anybody else in your car? I didn't notice. If you just swing your feet in, I'm going to put your seatbelts on.
So your car, your front left, or your front driver's side tire is completely flat. Are you sure you're okay with us driving it? And
I mean, just park it as close as you can to here, I guess.
Are there any open spots in this lot? As long as you're fine with us driving it, we could park it in the Starbucks parking lot. Does that work? Starbucks parking lot.
Okay.
Just fine with you driving it. Did you already turn on your rear camera?
Yep.
Okay.
Can you lock that?
What's that?
Oh,
I'll back up your car so it'll make it easier.
By the way, I forgot to tell you, there's also an open Modelo scan in the back.
Do you need to watch the processing and all that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt, but it doesn't matter.
It's up to you. I don't know the stipulations or whatever.
I mean, I don't mind the extra training.
Okay.
It just helps because I can't do it yet.
Yeah, if you want to sit through it, then you can transport. Otherwise, I was going to say we just swap cars. So I'll meet you at the Sally Port. Okay.
Pullman 461, transporting 1 to PBD, beginning mileage when ready.
Good.
85516.2. Pullman 461 arrived, ending mileage when ready.
Good.
85517.4.
Copy.
All right, go ahead and step out for me. Sorry about that. We're going to go ahead and go over these doors. Go ahead and head to that. Oh. Yep. Can I have you stand right here for me? Okay, go ahead. And go ahead and face this wall right here for me. Can I step over there? All right, go ahead. Over to that brown chair.
So she's going to stay in handcuffs, and if you just remove her cell phone and get it in there.
I'm going to go ahead and take your cell phone out of your pocket, okay? I'm going to set that in here.
So I switched up how I do these a little bit, and you'll see why.
You want me to do the booking form?
Oh, I have all the paperwork here. You can just see the process. Okay. I know I already read you your rights, but since we're in here, I'm going to do it again. So, you have the right to remain silent. You have the right at this time to an attorney. Anything you say can be used against you in the court of law. If you're under the age of 18, anything you say can be used in a juvenile prosecution for a juvenile offense. That can also be used in an adult criminal prosecution if the juvenile court decides that you are tried to be as an adult. You have the right to talk to an attorney before answering questions. You have the right to have an attorney present during the questioning. And if you cannot afford to hire an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you without cost if you so desire. You can exercise these rights at any time. Do you understand these rights? I have read or had read to me the above explanation of my constitutional rights. I understand these rights. You just have to say yes or no out loud.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Alright, so I switched up to doing handcuffed for all this to prevent the issues of people putting their fingers in their mouths and all that stuff. A lot of officers have been doing that lately, and of court's been fine with it. You just write in parentheses what they say, yep, yes, yeah, whatever, and then write handcuffed, and then the time. I understand my constitutional rights. I've decided not to exercise these rights at this time. Any statements made by me are made freely, voluntarily, and without threats or promise of any kind. Okay. Can you grab that? There's the little slip in there with the stop time and all that stuff.
It's on the folder.
Duh. Okay. So, warning, you are under arrest for RCW 46-61502 or RCW 46-61504, driving or being in actual physical control of a motor vehicle while under the influence of intoxicating liquor and or drugs. Further, you are now being asked to submit to a test of your breath, which consists of 2 separate samples of your breath taken independently to determine alcohol concentration. 1. You are now advised that you have the right to refuse this breath test, and if you refuse, A, your driver's license, permit, or privilege to drive will be revoked or denied by the Department of Licensing for at least 1 year, and B, your refusal to submit to this test may be used in a criminal trial. 2. You are further advised that if you submit to the breath test and the test is administered, your driver's license, permit, or privilege to drive will be suspended, revoked, or denied by the Department of Licensing for at least 90 days if you are A, age 21 and over, test indicates alcohol concentration of your breath is 0.08 or more, or you're in violation of RCW 46-61502, driving under the influence, RCW 46-61504, physical control of a vehicle under the influence, or B, under the age of 21, and the test indicates alcohol concentration of your breath is 0.02 or more, or you're in violation of RCW 46-61502, driving under the influence, RCW 46-61504, physical control of a vehicle under the influence. 3. If your driver's license, permit, or privilege to drive is suspended, revoked, or denied, you may be eligible to immediately apply for ignition interlock driver's license. 4. You have the right to additional tests administered by any qualified person of your own choosing. You don't have a commercial driver's license to drive like big rigs or anything? Okay. I have read the above statement of the subject. I have, so I'm going to sign here. I have read or had read the above statement. Will you now submit to a breath test? Okay. Alright, so next part is we make sure there's nothing in your mouth. And so is there anything inside your mouth, gum, piercings, anything like that? Open your mouth, lift up your tongue. Thank you. So what that does is if there was any like residual alcohol in your mouth, it gives it time to evaporate. So that's why you're still in handcuffs, because sometimes people, you tell them they can't do something, it's like, don't touch your nose just starts itching, right? The next section, while we wait for the 15 minutes to elapse, is question and answer section. Some of these questions are going to sound silly, redundant, or won't even apply to you. I just have to ask them as they're printed. Okay? Do you have any physical impairments? Do you limp? Are you sick or injured? Are you under the care of a doctor or dentist?
Nope.
Are you diabetic or epileptic? Do you take insulin? Have you taken any medicines or drugs in the last 24 hours? Any prescription medications? Any non-prescription medications? Those ones don't apply then. Have you had any cocaine?
Nope.
Any marijuana? Any other drug? Do you have impaired vision?
Yes.
Okay. Do you wear corrective lenses? I know the answer, but again, I just have to ask the question. Were you wearing them at the time that you were stopped? Where do you work?
I don't have a job.
Okay. Are you a student?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just write student. Did you work today?
No.
How many hours of sleep did you get last night?
4?
Whew.
No.
Yeah, that's not enough. Were you driving the vehicle? Anything mechanically wrong with the vehicle?
Yeah.
Okay, what's wrong with it?
Flat tire.
That is true.
Just happened.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. Have you been injured or involved in any collisions in the last 24 hours? Have you had any alcohol to drink since being stopped? Meaning me pulling you over. Those don't apply then. Where were you going before you were stopped?
I was going to the Food Mart.
Okay. Without looking, what time do you think it is?
11:30
Okay. AM or PM?
p.m.
What street were you on?
I'm not sure. I was close to Downton. That's where I was going. But I don't know. It's
Okay.
Stadium Way.
Which direction were you traveling? North, south, east, west?
Well, typically know that. but I
That's
was
all
going that way.
A lot of people don't know. Pretty normal. Where did you start driving from?
My house.
Where's that at? What time did you start driving?
I don't know the exact time. I would guess 11:30.
Okay.
but it's a guess.
What day of the week is it?
It is Friday.
Okay. And what city / county are you in now?
Pullman.
Do you know the county name? That's okay. Lots of people don't. You're in Whitman County. What's today's date?
It is the 9th, I think.
Okay. What month?
The 9th.
So 9/9. What year?
2023.
Have you been drinking alcoholic beverages?
Yes.
What have you been drinking?
Wine?
Chardonnay, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Do you put ice in your Chardonnay? No. How much did you have to drink?
I had 2 of the small containers.
Are they like little cardboard boxes or
Like
whatever?
little cartons.
Yeah. Okay. When did you start drinking?
5:30.
AM or PM?
Yeah.
Who have you been drinking with?
Just myself.
Okay. Where were you drinking?
My house.
Do you recall the time of your last drink?
Let's say 12:30.
Okay. Do you believe your ability to drive was affected by your alcohol and or drug use?
Yes.
Have you been arrested for DUI before? That's a good thing. Alright. So it says we have 10 minutes left on that observation. I'm just going to fill out some of this paperwork I have to fill out. I'm not ignoring you. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask them. I'll answer anything I can.
I don't really have any questions besides.
That's alright. I know it's a lot to take
I
in.
don't want.
Yeah.
I just don't want my parents to know. They don't have to know, but
I'm not going to tell them.
I'm sure it's gonna get there.
You're an adult. You can make your own choices if you want them to know or not. You don't have any other charges? Okay. What year in school are you? Alright. So you're starting to get into some of the hard classes. For kinesiology, do you have to do like any like time in like hospitals or clinics or?
Not this year, but next year I will.
Nice. Is that something that you get to do here locally?
I can.
What got you into thinking about doing physical therapy?
I just had a couple surgeries. So
So kind of been through it and kind of, that's cool.
I liked helping people. So.
Nice. What's your address? What is your phone number? What city were you born in?
Portland, Oregon.
Okay.
Were you trying to say Multnomah County?
Yeah. I get it.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Do you identify as female?
Yep.
Identify as white? How tall are you?
6 foot.
Are there a lot of tall people in your family? Did you play volleyball or basketball or something?
Yeah,
Both? Nice. How much do you weigh? And your eye color?
blue.
And you say your hair probably brown, right?
Yeah.
It's got some red, but not that red. Put that in the pass-through. 6 minutes left. Where'd you grow up? Did you have other family that came to WSU? First one breaking the mold?
Me. Yep.
Is this the place that you wanted to end up, or you just ended up here?
I kind of just end up here.
Yeah. Had you applied to other schools?
Yeah. I got into UW.
Well, you made a
But I-
good choice there.
It's more expensive too. So.
Yeah, it is. Alright, and it was Still have one of the old license numbers. When you go in to renew it in January.
The WBL.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I had mine memorized for so long, and then they changed it up on me. I'm not good at math. How old are you?
21.
2000. Yeah. Okay. You must have got your driver's license when you were 17?
I got it when I was 16, but almost 17.
Okay, that makes sense why the dates, the issue dates are different than like your birthday and stuff. All right, 3 minutes, almost there. If you're trying to get ahead of things, never ever sign this until you have your results. Otherwise, they'll throw it out. Let's see. It's Saturday. Nothing on Monday for holidays.
Monday's a holiday?
No, I'm just thinking out loud that there isn't. Last week, yes. So Monday the 11th. Do you have the rest of our property?
Oh, here, keys, yeah. It has, OC spray on it.
Gotcha. Don't spray me.
That was
Alright, so we had a cell phone, keys, a registration, shoes, here's my boot shoes. Do you have any jewelry on?
Earrings.
Earrings? Okay. Any rings on your fingers? Okay. Any necklaces? Okay. Any other piercings? Okay. Do you have a watch on?
Wait, yeah. Actually.
Okay. So I'm just gonna put some of this information in here. You got Drager certified already, right? No? I thought we found you a class. I have not been able to get this scanner to work on any of my DUIs recently for the driver's license. I don't know why. I try every time. I don't know, I haven't asked around. Okay, so this machine's going to think for about the next 2 minutes. It's going to do all its internal checks and everything. Excuse me. When it's time to do your sample, what I'm going to have you do is stand up. I'm going to take one of these breath tubes and I'm going to stick it in the hose. You're going to take a deep breath in so your lungs can't hold any more air. And then you're going to put your lips around this part of it. Don't try to put the whole thing in your mouth. It just doesn't work right. Just the nozzle part, the straw part, and blow through it steady and hard until all the air is gone from your lungs. There's a little bar graph on here that shows me like how much volume you're providing and stuff like that. It takes about 10 seconds of you providing breath. And then we'll do that once. It'll think for 2 minutes. And then we'll do it a second time. Then it'll print out a results sheet that we'll review together. Okay. So if you'd stand up, please. Take your deep breath in and blow out. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Right over there, keep going, keep going, keep going, and stop. Perfect. You can have a seat. Just gonna think here for a couple minutes. We'll do it one more time, and then after that, the handcuffs can come off. Do you have roommates at home? Do you live by yourself?
I live in like the basement of a house, so it's like my own place, so I don't have roommates, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you like living by yourself?
Yeah, so far.
Some people love it, some people hate it. Were you part of any of the Greek life in your first couple years? You can go to the football game tomorrow? Should be a good one. Do you know what happened to your tire? Did you hit a curb or something that popped it?
No, that tire had a light on it for a second.
Yeah.
For a couple days. So I'm not sure. I think it was just going flat.
Finally gave up the fight?
But, yep.
Did you see me at the Valley Stadium light? When I came up first, when I first saw you in that front tire, I stopped my car and I looked at you. You didn't see that?
I didn't notice you.
Okay.
Sorry, he's used to people not noticing him. We all have our cross to bear.
That tire has had problems
No.
for a while, so when the light came on, I didn't think anything about it. And then I felt it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously.
Mm.
And then I was like, okay, there's something wrong there.
Probably need a new one now. There we go. All right, if you stand up, take your deep breath in and blow out. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. You're about halfway. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Almost there. Keep going and stop. Perfect. All right, Officer Shellabarger will take off your handcuffs. So it's going to finish up. He'll print out a result sheet that we'll review together, and then we'll go over some more of the paperwork. In the meantime, if you would mind taking off your shoes and your jewelry and placing it in here. rings, do they come off easily? It's alright. If it's going to cause you pain, you can leave it on.
It'll come off, but
You can leave it on. I'm not worried about it. I don't want you to hurt yourself. Did you already take your watch off? Okay. So this is your property sheet. I documented your property that you have. Just need you to review it. As long as I accurately document it, I just need your signature here. And then, again, when you get your property back, you'll sign that I gave you all your stuff and I didn't steal anything. Perfect. Okay. This piece of paper here, this is the result sheet from the machine. Each breath is tested two ways. One with using infrared light, the other one's electrochemical charge. So the first sample is a 0.233, a 0.247. Your second sample was a 227 and a 240. It means these numbers are pretty close to each other, which means you've leveled out, which means you aren't still climbing, and then hopefully we're going to start coming back. The bad thing is that is 3 times the legal limit. Obviously shouldn't be driving. Okay. So I'm going to start making you a pile of papers. This one's for me. Because you provided a breath sample, you have the right to have a telephonic hearing about the potential upcoming suspension of your license. So, this is not... Sorry, I gotta listen to my radio for a second.
it's okay.
No.
Yeah, he's gonna be on the DUI.
If you would like to have this hearing, it's not your trial or anything, it's just about the driving status of your license. All you have to do is you have to send in a check for $375 within, this is the important thing, 7 days from today to this address. If you don't send it in within 7 days, they just assume that you don't want to have the hearing. Okay? So, read it on when you get home. That's essentially what you do. You've got to send a check into that
And if I
address.
don't do that, I can't drive.
So, if you don't do the hearing, more likely not, I can't predict the future, they would suspend your license for 3 months. Had you not done a breath sample, then it would have been a year. But during this hearing, you have the opportunity to say why you don't think you should be suspended. Maybe they'll give it a lesser time, like a month or something. So that's going to go with your stuff. I do need a signature here. What this says is notice of right to hearing. I have been given written notice to the right to the hearing, including the steps required to obtain a hearing, and understand the notice of suspension, revocation, denial of license will be mailed to the address of record on file with the Department of Licensing. So I need a signature here that you're getting that piece of paper.
And what's the license? What's the address on that?
Whatever you have in their system. So if you go in, say, tomorrow and change the address on your license, which you can do just online, to your... That means all your paperwork will go.
My home.
If you don't do it, it's going to go whatever's on there, which is probably your house, your parents' house.
It's the
9th. 9/9/23. Thank you. This piece of paper here, this is a conditions of release and a notice of a hearing. So anytime someone is arrested for DUI, they have to be in court the next court day. This isn't your trial. This is just going before the judge. They say, this is what you're being charged with. They'll give you some information about public defenders if you need that, or something like just so. You have to be there though, okay? So it alternates between Pullman and Colfax. You landed on a Colfax day, so I wrote down the date, Monday the 11th, 3 p.m., Colfax, and that's their address. So your appearance at the above time and location is mandatory and it may not be waived. Your failure to personally appear for this hearing or failure to comply with the below conditions of release shall result in the immediate issuance of a bench warrant for your arrest. So what this says is You have to show up. If you don't, there's a warrant for your arrest, and then we have to come track you down. Bad news for everybody. Also, what this is saying is, until you see the judge on Monday, these are the rules you have to follow until you see the judge. So pending this hearing, the court has ordered that you comply with the following conditions of release. 1, you shall not possess or consume alcohol or unprescribed controlled substances. 2, you shall not drive a motor vehicle without a valid license while suspended or revoked and without required liability insurance or compliance with applicable responsibility laws. I promise to appear. I have received a copy of this notice. I'm going to make you a copy after you sign it. And understand that the above conditions of release, and I promise to comply and appear as directed above. Okay, so I need your signature there. I'm not going to say how impressive I just read this whole paper upside down. I've read it a lot. It's ingrained in my brain. Thankfully, they don't change it too often. Thank you, sir. He's going to make a copy for you. So that concludes all of this portion of it. From here, we're going to have you have a seat in one of the cells. It's a busy Friday night. It's starting to slow down. So my goal is to get you out of here in the next 2 hours. Okay? Officer Shellabarger will come down, do your fingerprints and your photographs here in a couple hours, and then release you. Okay? From there, you could call a friend, a taxi, someone to come get you home. You can walk if you decide. Okay? Any questions I can answer for you? All right. I do appreciate cooperation. I know it's a shitty situation. You just can't drink that much and drive. Officer Shellabarger is going to take you in the cells. He's going to grab a blanket for you. The concrete rooms, and so they get kind of chilly. And we will be back in a couple hours to get you out of here.
So, do you want a blanket?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and get you out of here. We have to do a couple more things, okay? All right, so I'm gonna get your fingerprints and then a photo of you, okay? So you can go ahead and leave the blanket in there if you'd like. Drop these over here. And we're gonna head over to that machine right there. Just go ahead and walk that way. I'm going to cross onto your other side. Can you step over here for me? Perfect. So do you have any scars, marks, tattoos, anything like that?
I have one.
Is that like a permanent scar? It looks like that's a temporary
No,
one.
that's
Do you have any other
temporary.
scars, marks, or tattoos? No. Okay.
I did get fingerprints done like probably a couple months ago. now.
With Pullman PD?
Not with Pullman,
Okay.
but in Washington State. So
Okay.
I don't know if that doesn't.
No, it doesn't make a difference. We still have
Okay.
to take them today. Some point this will load up. What does that mean? All right, so let's go ahead and do your left hand flat. Yep, perfect. And then just the 4 fingers. Press down just a little bit. No worries. Let's look that up.
That's the
Perfect.
one with
Left thumb. Sometimes it does have these issues. Let's try going over here. Let me wipe that off. It's just not registering. Okay. Perfect. Now your right thumb flat. Come on. Might press down a little harder. Sorry about that. Perfect. Now your right hand flat. Come on. Perfect. Now your right thumb. We're going to roll it. So we're going to roll towards me, okay? Oh, it's not wanting to rest it. So actually, let's roll it the other way. It's sometimes I have to go back and forth with it. So let's go this way and then back that way. Did not want to work. Let's try that again. Come on. I don't want to pick it up. And then let's try to lift. There we go. Right index finger. Your right index. Perfect. Right middle finger. No worries. Sometimes it does that where it just does not want to read it. It's a picky. Come on. Now let's pick up. What is it registering that as?
Oh, okay.
Not even showing me the right middle finger. Right middle finger, 66. That's good enough. Okay. Let's go right ring finger. Perfect. Right little. Oh. Oh, come on. Let's try that again. What is that? Right? That was a good one. Right little finger, 54. Let's try it one more time. Oh, that was 33. Wrong way. Perfect. Left thumb. Sorry, the order doesn't make a lot of sense on this one, so. Come on. Work this off. There we go. Come on. This one's even pickier. That sounds good. Left index. Oh, that's the injured one?
This is the one with the...
Okay, so it might not read just because of your injury. Yeah. Um,
I don't think it's gonna be very good.
yeah, I don't think it is either. Just because there's an injury on it. So we're gonna see. It does not let me. Alright, we'll just skip it, and then I'll have to come back to it. Give me a second.
Skip it.
Yeah, we'll try to come back to it at the end. Alright, left middle finger. Oh. Perfect. Left ring. Perfect. And little finger. Perfect. All right, so it is going to try to make me do it. We saved it for the end, so hopefully it can get at least a semi-read on it. I wou't mess with that too much. I'll try not to press too hard. If it hurts,
That's
just let me
okay,
know.
It's not too bad.
Does they want to
It's not
recognize
gonna
it?
like
Yeah.
it. The main part of the fingerprint.
No. There we go. Yep, that's good enough for me.
Okay.
Let's print. So let's see. I think I just printed from here. What do you want to do with fingerprints? And then just to confirm, this is your information, correct?
Yep.
Okay. And that's your date of birth?
Yep.
Okay. Look. Why is it not letting me print? For some reason it is not letting me print. Give me 1 second. That's correct. So I don't know why it's not letting me print it. Give me 1 second. Do not redo it. That's really the only reason? Left index, let's go. Okay, that's why. Oh, that's why. Never mind. Let's cancel that. And unable to print. Accept. Okay, so it's asking for that left ring again. Perfect. Lock. Still not want me to print it. No, cancel. So it'll come out like that with your fingerprints on it, and then I'll have a couple areas I need you to sign on it. Perfect. And just confirm all the information on here is correct and yours. Let me send that one ready. Let's go with a blue pen. Sorry about that. And then I will, let me see. You can go ahead and write in your social security number right there. Where is this? And I'll have a spot where you need to sign real quick. Oh, apparently they don't have you sign it anymore.
Can you read that?
What was that? Yeah, I can read
It's
that.
a
Yeah,
little
that's
bit.
fine. Yeah, that should be fine. So you don't release first. Yep. All right, just in case, can you go ahead and sign right next to your name? Just your initials. Yep. Perfect. So next we're going to grab your photo real quick.
Okay.
Transmit these. Oh, there we go. That's why. Transmit. All right, so go ahead and stand facing that wall with your back towards the wall on the blue. Yep. Let's see. I believe they take the photo. Are you able to take the photo yet, or does it still not work? Okay. So apparently that doesn't work, so I will take the photo. So the first photo will be head on, and then the next you're going to just turn your head to your right-hand side. Okay? Okay, now turn your head, just your head.
Just my head?
Yep, just your head. Perfect. All right. Don't believe we have anything else. Just the same paper. Oh, there we go. I'm just blind. Signature of the person right there.
Okay, on top or below?
Below. And then your social will be to the left. Or the right of that, sorry. Right there. Perfect. All right. Is there anything else? Where did that paper go? It's right there. Those are for me. I have your property over here. So I am going to hold on to this until I have you exit, just because we're in a secured area. So go ahead and head over to the brown chair over there. Yep. So here is all of your property. Obviously check through it, and then I'm going to have you sign at the bottom if all your property is still in there. And then I'll go ahead and explain the citation. So Officer Westerman issued a citation for DUI, RCW 46.61.502. You will receive something in the mail within 15 days. Obviously, since you are going to court, you actually might not receive something in the mail since you're going to court on Monday, and that will be in Colfax. On your paperwork, that was, no worries. On your paperwork, sorry about that. Go ahead.
Okay.
So on your paperwork, as he explained earlier, you do have a court date, which is going to be on the, September 11th, which is Monday at 3 p.m. in Colfax. You cannot miss that court date, okay? And then you have your notice, your request for a DUI hearing also. That will be in your paperwork as well. And so will this citation. Did you drop one?
Just the back of it. It's figure it out. It's hard to find. So.
Okay. Are they like see-through?
It's just the back side of an earring, so it's small.
Okay.
Whatever. Honestly, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And then, so once you verify all your property is still there, go ahead and sign at the bottom right there. Oh, I'll grab you a pen. There you go.
Found it?
Yep. Yep. There you go. And again, as Officer Westerman advised you, if you do not want your mail to go to your other home on your address, I would change your address to your new one.
How do I do that?
I believe it should be online through the DMV.
Where did the empty online?
Yes. And that's all your paperwork right there. Yep. And then, perfect. I'll go ahead and sign this. Okay. And then that's all that paperwork's yours.
This is for me?
Yep, all that's yours. That's going to have your notice of hearing, your criminal citation, and then also your, I guess, notice to hearing, and then also your court date. All right.
Okay, so then just online I should be able to change my address?
You should be able to. I would look it up, but I believe you can do it through an online.
Okay.
And-
Where do I go?
Yep, you're going to head out this door. There's going to be two doors, so you're going to head out. As soon as that door shuts, the second one will be open.
This one?
Yep. Go ahead and push on it. Yep.